go, Joe. Nice to meet you, mate. There you go. Nicely done. All right, Joe, I believe you are ready.
I thought you said I couldn't see them.
You can't actually, it's just...
No, they're staring.
There you go, you can't see them now. You see the lights are changing.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Ah, there you go, you see? All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Because he's going to be a comedian. Here we go. Take it away, Joe.
Don't tell them that. They expect me to be funny. Well, I'm from Iowa. Anybody out here from Iowa? Who's from Iowa? Right here? Great. Huh? Yeah. Anybody ever visit Iowa?
No.
Huh? Who said no? Well, Iowa is my home state. Very laid back. Very laid back. But we're the brunt of the jokes for all the upper Midwestern states. They pick on us. Anybody from Kentucky? Yeah? Kentucky? You know what I'm talking about, because in the South you'll have people come up to you and say, "Oh, you're from Kentucky." I have a question for you. If Kentuckians get divorced, are they still brother and sister? And you look at the guy and say, "Oh, that's nice. Where are you from?" He goes, "West Virginia." Well, our nemesis in Iowa is Nebraska. Who's from Nebraska? Why do you pick on us? I was upstairs yesterday walking by the pool and I had my Iowa t-shirt on, minding my own business. I get about to the hot tub there and a guy walks up to me and he goes, "You from Iowa?" "Yeah." "You know what Iowa stands for?" "No." "Idiots out walking around." So I looked at this guy and I said, and I knew where he was from. I said, "Where are you from?" He says, "Nebraska." And I went nuts. For 50 years I've been hearing nothing from Nebraskans about how bad Iowa is. I went ballistic on this guy. I said, "You have the audacity to criticize my state when on your billboard when you go into your state it says, 'Welcome to Nebraska,' where the corn even gets bored." I said, "Your state song is carrying me back to old Virginia. You drive tractors to athletic events. And then your tourism bureau has millions of dollars spent to make them sophisticated, and you show up to a Husker football game in a hat with an ear of corn sticking out of the top." I mean, I went nuts. I went at this guy, and I'm with my niece. And she goes, "Uncle Joe, stop, stop, stop." And she said, "Stop, be nice." And I did. I stopped and I thought, wow. She said, "You wear a thing on your wrist that says, 'What would Jesus do?' Now you're going to have to live that. What would he do in this circumstance?" And you know, it hit me right between the eyes. And I stopped and I thought and I said, "Yeah, I can't do this anymore. I can't bottle up this hatred like this." So I took a deep breath and I said a prayer to the Lord. I said, "You know, help me to not do this anymore." And suddenly this calm came over me. It was unbelievable. And I relaxed. And just at the moment I relaxed, his head came up out of the hot tub. So, if you see me on the ship, you can buy me a drink because I didn't kill him and I'm not in the brig.
What do you have?
What?
What do you have? What are you having?
What do you want to drink?
Huh?
What do you want to drink?
Well, I don't normally drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. So, I'm from Iowa, and I come from a little town in Iowa. You know what the definition of a small town is? That's where everybody knows whose husband's good and whose check isn't. And my dad was the mayor of the town. He was the fifth caller. And we had the city limit signs on posts 100 feet apart. So as you drove in at 35 miles an hour, it said, "Welcome to, thanks for visiting." And so I guess that's why I like cruising, because it is so relaxing, you know? It's like I'm back in Iowa again. But I made a big mistake. The last time I went on a cruise, I went to the Panama Canal, 15-day trip. And I had my physical scheduled for 2 days after I returned. Big mistake. I walk into my doctor, and my doctor is just all over. I gained 15 pounds in 15 days. Well, first of all, the doctor walks in, he looks at me, he says, "You still alive?" And then he took out $5 and gave it to his nurse. So then he said, "Look at you, 15 pounds. He said, "You gotta watch what you eat." I said, "I did. Starting with the shrimp, all the way through. I looked at it the whole time." He said, "You've got to get in shape." I said, "I did. The shape I've chosen is a pear." And he said, "No, you have to diet." I said, "What?" And he said, "Diet." I said, "What color is it now? I haven't seen it since the turn of Panama." Haven't seen it since the turn of Panama. So, I'm divorced. Well, I hate to use that word, it makes my wallet hurt. But we had a great marriage too. It was like 40 years, but 35 of them were good, and then she went weird. She went really mean. She was a dentist. Well, she is a dentist. And the final straw was I saw her injecting Novocaine in my Vaseline. Now that is mean. So I'm now out in the singles market. Don't all run. So at the complex I'm at, there are 3 women I'm interested in. One woman I thought maybe we could spend the rest of our life with, and together we were talking about finances and whatever, and I said, "What about sex?" And she said, "Infrequent." And I said, "Is that 1 word or 2? And it was woman. So I crossed her off the list. Then, this other lady, we were going to consummate our relationship the night before I left for the cruise. So I went over to her house, and she cooked this nice meal, and we had wine and everything. And we go into the bedroom, and she drops her clothes off. She says, "I think it's only fair to warn you, I have acute angina." And I said, "Good, because those are the ugliest pair of boobs I've ever seen in my life." So now she's off the list. But the one gal I probably will end up with, more practical. She's not very pretty, and I don't really like her a lot, but she can drive at night. But women are really forward now, you know. Not when I was dating. I was out here drinking some liquid courage before coming on, and I backed up and my elbow hit a woman right in the breast. And I turned around and I said, "I am so sorry, but if your heart is as soft as your breast, you'll forgive me." She said, "If your Willy Willy is as firm as your elbow, I'm an E404. But I have found the fountain of youth. It wasn't where Ponce de Leon was looking for it, and it's not water. It's a little blue pill, about like that. Oh. I went to my pharmacist. I said, "Bob, does that Viagra work?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Can you get it over the counter?" He said, "I suppose if you take 2. So I do, I take 2. And the first one solves the one problem. And I take 1 in the morning, and I take 1 at night. And the 1 in the morning keeps me from peeing on my shoes, and the 1 at night keeps me from rolling out of bed.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on into it for 2! Oh yes!